With us now is criminal defense attorney Sara Azari. Sara, first, just a reaction to Heard's testimony.
I think, Anna, what we're hearing, this is a he said, she said case. We've heard what he said, we're hearing what she said, and of course, there's tears, there's emotions, things that are missing on paper in her initial allegations and even in the op-ed that she wrote. But we can't forget the testimony that we heard over the last 3 weeks about how Depp was the victim of domestic violence in this relationship. So, she's describing different kinds of abuse, emotional abuse, coercion, jealousy, and physical abuse. But we can't take this out of context, and of course she hasn't been cross-examined, and that's where usually testimony falls apart.
But jurors are listening to her describe very disturbing and violent physical and sexual abuse, and she notably is looking right at the jurors as she speaks. I want you to listen to another clip from her testimony today describing a moment she says Depp kicked her after a fight on a plane.
My back is turned to him, and I feel this boot in my back. He just kicked me in the back. I fell to the floor, I caught myself on the floor, and I just felt like I was looking at the floor of the plane for felt like a long time. And I thought to myself, I don't know what to do. I can't believe he just kicked me. No one said anything. No one did anything. It was like you could hear a pin drop on that plane. You could feel the tension, but no one did anything. And I just remember feeling so embarrassed.
We showed the cutaway to Johnny Depp also there, and as you pointed out, jurors have already heard his side of the story to some of these accusations. Do you feel Amber Heard's testimony has helped or hurt her defense?
Well, I think it will start to hurt, possibly on cross-examination. I'm not sure if it's really helped because, Anna, Depp set a really high bar in terms of likability and relatability that I'm not sure she can meet, let alone beat. You have the substance of her testimony, also testifying about different forms of abuse, but then you also look at the form, and I've been doing this for 20 years. I'm by no means a body language expert, but there's something a little unauthentic, little rehearsed about her testimony, and I'm not sure that the jury is going to relate to her the way that they related to Depp. And also, again, we can't throw out all the evidence that we heard between witnesses, recordings, admissions by her that she was striking Depp.
So at this point, and I know it's not over, but how do you think this might end?
Well, Anna, there's two proceedings here. There's the court of public opinion and there's the court of law where this trial is proceeding. And I think what Depp has done is he's brought his truth into this court of law. He's using the court of law to prove his truth in the court of public opinion. So in terms of popularity, I think he's winning. In terms of legalities in this case, he has really high hurdles. He has damages he hasn't been able to prove. He has actual malice, the intent element, which is very difficult to prove. And so he very well might lose this case. But Anna, I think what we need to keep in mind is that this is a very atypical situation. Typically, a man gets accused of Me Too type of conduct. He loses his job, life is canceled, goes away, we never hear from him again. And here you have a guy who so vehemently believes in his truth and believes in challenging these allegations that he's come forward in offense, not defense, not once but twice in lawsuits in the UK and then now in Virginia. And that really sort of speaks volumes. And also, it begs the question, will other men come forward when they feel wrongly accused?
Sara Azari, thank you very much for giving us your perspective and your expertise in these matters.
Good to see you, Anna.
Good to see you, too.